Hello, everybody. Welcome to my home and to my virtual full moon ceremony. This is Maxine Taylor, America's first licensed astrologer. And this is, for some of you, part deux, because my computer audio, which sometimes has a mind of its own, showed it last night. So I've tested the mic. It's cooperative. I have fed the hamsters. We should be able to get a decent recording today. And thank you, those of you who sent such sweet notes telling me that the hamsters were not on the wheel. So let's, first of all, I want to share something with you that I hope you enjoy. Many of you have asked me when my next book was going to come out because you knew what it was about. Well, it's on sale right now on Amazon. And I'm going to start with the most recent two books, okay? The first one is a book for astrologers and astrology students. It's called Hidden Messages in Your Birth Chart. And in this book, I show you how to read your childhood programming, mother, father, authority figures, the tail that wags the dog. This book gives you a depth of insight into yourself and your friends and relatives that we can only get in astrology, I think. Okay, so this is for the astrology student or the astrologer. My most recent book that I'm really proud of, and I don't even have a copy yet. This is the proof. They're sending me my copy of the book, but you will get a copy if you order from Amazon. It's called Your First Sexual Imprinting, subtitled, and a Method for Releasing Old Emotional Trauma. This is not an astrology book. This goes beyond astrology. This is a personal empowerment book, a self-empowerment book for women, because our first sexual imprinting affects us for the rest of our lives. And the pages are filled with stories from women who have shared their traumas, actually, and how following my Take Back Your Life method, they started getting freer and freer and freer. So if you have, ladies, if you have ever been touched inappropriately or spoken to inappropriately, and this starts in childhood, these programs, especially if they're traumatic, program us for the rest of our lives. This book will help you let go of that programming. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope it punches buttons so that you can be free to be the most marvelous person you are. Okay, now, while the hamsters are still going round and round and being obedient, let's go through the full moon, because this full moon, as we know, is powerful. Things come to a head on the full moon. The full moon is August 22nd, Sunday. And because this is a redo video, tomorrow is the full moon. Here in Eastern Time Zone, it's at 8:03 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Okay? Convert this time to your time zone. And the full moon is in 29 degrees, 37 minutes of Aquarius, just a few minutes, and it will be in Pisces. And so it's kind of straddling the fence a little bit. What I'm going to do is tell you where this powerful full moon falls in your solar chart. Look for 29 Aquarius, literally 29 37 Aquarius in your birth chart, combine the two, combine what I'm saying with your the full moon's placement in your birth chart, and you'll have the whole picture. Okay, and I'm going to start with Aquarius because even though it's just a few minutes away from Pisces, it is in Aquarius. So for you Aquarians out there, this is your turn to do what you want, when you want, how you want, because you want. And you might be saying, I always do that because I march to my own drummer. That's true. It really is. And so you're coming into your own more and more with this particular full moon. Pisces, you're going to want to pull back and retreat and get away from everybody. Communion with God is very helpful with this particular full moon. Meditation, or just plain old sleeping. Okay. You want to get away from it? Time for a nap. Aries, well, your humanitarian side comes out with this fabulous eclipse, full moon. Wishful thinking. I wish it were an eclipse. Just a plain old ordinary full moon where things come to a head. Friendships are very important to you now, so spend time with those people who have proven themselves to be friends, and be the best friend you know how to be. Taurus, this is the full moon under which you are to move upward in your career, not lateral moves, upward moves. Claim the leadership position. Speak with those in leadership and move upward in your career. Gemini, well, you're seeing a very big picture. It's helping you get clarity on your principles, your beliefs, and your philosophy of life. Long distance travel, if the planes are still flying, great. Higher education, perfect. Okay? Cancerians, you're a psychic detective now, and you are undergoing a transformation. It's an out with the old, in with the new full moon for you. Mutually beneficial financial projects, very helpful. Very. Leo, you want to get out there and be with people. And if there's nobody special in your life, get out there and meet them. Your interaction, your one-on-one interaction is fabulous now. Virgo, cross every T and dot every I, and you're saying, I always do that. I know you do. And your work picture can improve, and you can get more details to take care of. I'm just saying. So are you looking to change jobs? Are you looking for a new project? This is the full moon. And your health can improve. And we all want good health. Libra, it's time to party. With or without your kids. If they're little, your social life is wrapped up in theirs. If they're adults, not so much. But for you, enjoy yourself. Do what you love to do. Why? Simply because you love it. And when you do what you love, you're happy. And when you're happy, you're healthy. Scorpio, I cannot read my own handwriting. Excuse me, guys. Oh, yeah. Home and family and all things that provide emotional security are activated now. Are you thinking of buying a house, selling a house, renovating a house? There's that full moon saying, go for it. Sagittarius, you're able to take your belief system and explain it to other people easily now. Sometimes you see things that other people don't. And when you try and explain it to them, they may not understand what you're saying. So just share your ideas. Are you writing a book? Are you doing a podcast? Go for it. Capricorn, this full moon enhances your finances. I'm just going to sit here and do the backstroke in that. Yes, your money. Focus on your money because you can create more of it. And that is the full moon for this month. I love it. All right, now, as you know, I always like to help you create what you want. And I suggest to everybody that you have a list in front of you of what you would like to create for the next month, because in a month we'll have another full moon. And we want to create it on the full moon because that's when it comes to a head. So I have my list with me. If you don't have a list, put the video on pause for a minute while you write your list, because what we're going to do is burn our lists and turn them over to God that way. I say spirit when I refer to God. Source energy, the all that is, was, and ever will be. You use the word that works for you, okay? So before COVID, when I would do my full moon ceremonies at Phoenix and the Dragon, I'd have a big flower pot because there were always like at least 40, 50 people present on a small patio. And on an eclipse, there would be 60 or 70 people present. So I needed a bigger pot than this one. But what I'm going to do is take my list, I'm going to tear it up, and then I'm going to burn it and let it go to God. It's that simple. We do that so that we're not hanging on to it, looking to see if it has arrived yet. It will when you trust. So let me get my matches here. And somebody wrote and asked, what do you do with the list after you burnt it up, after it's ashes? Toss it into a pond, a river, your garden, someplace where you want to put God's energy. Okay. And of course, I got new matches and they work. Yes, this is fabulous. And so I'm burning my list and I am releasing it to God. And be very careful with your list and fire. And I'm going to put mine over here next to the edge of my table to let it burn without knocking it over. Those of you who know me, I'm a Gemini. You know how that goes. Okay, now, once you have burnt your list, what you want on that list is on your way to you. I can't tell you when it will arrive, but it will. And it will be in a form bigger, greater, stronger, more abundantly than you thought it would. So, patience, my friends. And I am the last one to talk about being patient because I have been around a long time and I have not mastered patience. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to create what you want simply, easily, quickly. All right. Think of a movie because our lives are a movie. If you want to change, if the editor of the movie, the producer, wants to change a scene in the movie, they don't do it when the movie is playing in the theater. They go back to the cutting room floor. And so what you're going to do for you is you're going to go to the cutting room floor, as it were, you're going to love. Anything asked for lovingly is even more strongly, I think, on its way to you. So if you put your hand on your heart, you're focused on love, aren't you? Don't you love it? Okay. Now, once you feel the peace, the love, I'm just doing it now. Join me. What you're going to do is extend your right hand, and in it, you are going to put your heart's desire, what you really, 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 really want. Okay? And in your left hand, you are going to ask God to show you what is blocking you from that. It can be a person, it can be a situation, it can be anything at all. And if it doesn't feel right to you, just hold your hand out there just another minute and see if you don't get an additional word or idea. Don't think about it. Just ask to be shown. And when it's in your left hand, you toss that out to the universe. You get rid of it. In essence, you're getting yourself out of the way so that God can work through you. Don't you love that? Okay. And you let that go. Now, I have found a technique. Some of you are familiar with it because you're with me every month. When we would do this at the Phoenix and Dragon bookstore, the energy was so powerful. I felt like I was going to levitate. Okay. When you were first born, you were pure love. You were innocent. You were a clean slate. And then you were programmed by well-meaning, hopefully, adults with hidden messages and verbally and non-verbally. And so you changed. Some say you grew up. What you want to do is recapture the innocence, the communion with God, the joy when you were born. I don't mean that very minute, because being removed from a warm, comfortable place and thrust into bright light is not, it's not comfortable. But as a child, you had an opportunity, excuse me, to create instantly. So here's what we're going to do. When I count to 3, you're going to say I, and you're going to follow it with your total, complete, given name at birth. So if it was Thomas Jones Williams the third Jr., whatever it was, you are going to say that name that you were given. And I'm going to give you a list of acceptances that will help you get you out of the way and allow you to express the God within you. All right? So at the count of 3, I'm not going to say my name because I don't want to overshadow you doing your name. Does that make sense? All right. At the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. I, and your full name at birth. I take back my heart because the heart is the center of love. And you want to be able to love and allow God's love to pour down from the top of your head into every cell in your body and out the soles of your feet. Okay? I take back my soul because that's your essence. Accept that. I take back my mind so you can think for yourself. I take back my body because your body is the house of God, and in it lives a healthy God. Okay, and you want to take back your body because it's yours. I take back my honor. Oh, some of these need no explanation. I take back my identity. Your identity is not Mary's daughter. Your identity is God in an earthbound body. I hope you're getting chills on some of these. I take back my self-respect. If you respect you, you're not going to let people walk all over you. I take back my God-given gifts and talents. And lastly, I take back my life and let that pour down through every cell in your body and out the soles of your feet. And now I'm going to complete with the star cards. I used to have angel cards years ago, and I found that I wanted them to be positive, but some of them were ambiguous. And I thought, if I'm going to pull a card and claim it for my own, I want it to be what I want it to be. And so I went to Office Depot and had these little cards made, laminated, and put a star on the back of them so that you're guided by the stars, which of course give you God's handwriting in the heavens. Remember, God created the heavens and the earth. All right, so let's see what we're going to do. Happiness is mine. Say that and let it pour down through every cell in your body and out the soles of your feet. I claim my prosperity. Oh boy, everybody do that one. I am popular. Isn't that cool? Accept it. I am brilliant. Accept that. Your friends and clients and coworkers love you. Well, love me. I'm saying it to me. You say, my friends and clients and coworkers love me. I have to translate. I am valuable. Yes, you are. I claim my success. I just love sharing these with you. I am powerful. And power doesn't mean you go around smacking people. You can be powerful and not say a word. I inspire. Some of you have been told that by people. I don't know if you've accepted it. Some of these don't. Oh, here we go. I am a visionary. Don't you love that? Those of you who are visionaries, and if you've always wanted to be one, claim it. It's yours. I tell the truth. This is very important. I am worthy. Oh my goodness, that is so powerful. And the last one, I transform myself. And we've got tons more in here. So thank you for joining me now. And I hope to see you next month when once again, I share the full moon ceremony with you. And so with love, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now, dear friends.